I was a prosecutor, an investigator, and now I'm a judge. All jobs about finding the truth. Magic, my sideline, helps me in so many ways. Magicians can spot fraud and deceit better than anyone alive. If your job is to recognize truth, study deception. From the bench, a judge sees a lot of terrible things. But when I do magic, that's the part of my life I can actually control. Magic says there's pleasure in the world, and beauty and pleasant surprise. One of the nicest parts about being a judge is swearing in new citizens. These are people who've moved mountains to become Americans. And I try to make it even more special by adding some magic to the ceremony. I show them an empty box, and then I produce a huge American flag. It's magic for them and for me. The weird thing about coming on Fool Us is I'm the one getting judged. Penn, Teller, may I approach the bench?
All rise for the magic of Judge Gary Brown.
This is what Fool Us looked like a century ago. Instead of Penn and Teller, the judges were the leading scientists of the day. The magician, Eusapia Palladino, widely believed to be the world's most powerful spirit medium. She did her tricks, like this floating table. And she did it. She fooled them. And the prize for winning? The scientists told the world that her tricks were real. Palladino's most interesting effect, though, came with this device, a spirit trumpet, a simple cone of metal that she claimed would allow the living to speak with the dead. So tonight, we are going to summon the ghost of Eusapia Palladino right here using this spirit trumpet. Allison, would you join me, please?
Sure. Hello.
Would you take a look at the spirit trumpet, take a look at its stand, make sure that there is no wires attached, no modern electronics, no chicanery of any kind.
No, it looks legit.
Okay, we'll set this up here. And Allison, I'm gonna do a few things. I'm gonna put a microphone. I'm gonna push this right up to a microphone so in case there's any sound, everyone can hear. I'm gonna put this sound meter. You see this?
Yes.
La, 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 right? So if any sound comes out, everyone will see a visual depiction of it. But in addition to that, Allison, the most important part is that you listen carefully to the trumpet. So if any noise comes out of there, you'll tell us that it came from the trumpet and not from me or from under the table or anywhere else. Fair?
Yes.
All right. I'll now attempt to summon Madame Palladino. Let's make it a little scary. Voglio parlare con Eusapia Palladino. She only spoke Italian. Madame Palladino, attenzione.
I'm here. What do you want?
We've made contact. Madame Palladino, I thought you only spoke Italian.
Until I died. Then I learned English.
But Allison, by the way, the sound is coming from here.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, all right. Now that we made contact with Madame Palladino, there's something else critical you need to know. According to the stories of her time...
She could read people's minds.
Wow.
If she's a mind reader, let's put her to the test. I have here a book, a scientific treatise about the history of the life of Palladino. And I also have this Penn and Teller Fool Us bookmark. I use this for two important reasons. One of which is it's a shameless attempt to curry favor with the judges. But the second is, you'll see I cut the O out of Fool Us, creating a kind of a window. You see that?
Yeah.
So if I laid that down on a page of text, like this one, if I move it around, you can see that at different points in the page, different words appear in the window.
Yes.
Yeah? Now, do me a favor, just turn a couple of pages, find another page of text, no diagrams or chapter headings.
Okay.
Okay, good. I will slide it up and down. Is that going good?
Yeah.
I'll slide this down until you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right, I'm gonna turn away. I want you to look in the window, and if you see a word, write it on that slate there, all right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna look, so I don't wanna know. Is there a word that you can see?
Yes.
You got it?
Yes.
And you can just turn that face down so no one gets to see it, other than you.
Okay.
All right. Madame Palladino, Allison has selected a word. Allison, concentrate on the word. Madame Palladino, can you read the word?
I see something. A letter. It's an E.
Me?
And the letter L. Now I'm seeing a V.
A V?
So it's E-L-V. I've got it. It's elevation. Is that right, Allison?
Allison, is that the word you wrote down?
No.
Madame Palladino, I hate to tell you this, but I think you're wrong.
Not wrong. Just a little rusty. I've been dead a long time.
That's true.
Let me look again. Wait. I see. I made a mistake. I had the first two letters reversed. It's L, then E, then V. So I'm going to say the word is levitation. Final answer.
Allison, she's all in. Show us the board.
All right.
That's amazing. That's true. Madam Palladino, you did it.
Gotta go. See you on the other side. Ciao.
But she's gone.
Judge Gary Brown! Do I call you Your Honor?
Just call me Gary.
You work in a very serious field. Is magic a palate cleanser?
Absolutely. It is the greatest escape. It's the place where whatever you imagine, you can make come true.
Wow.
You know, I dreamed this up, and now it's a thing. So,
Do you know anyone else who performs a trick with the spirit trumpet?
I don't, other than spiritualists from about 100 years ago, but they only did it in the dark. The challenge was doing it in the light.
All right, Judge, let's go to Penn and Teller and see if they figured out your trick.
Okay.
Oh, Judge, it's pretty humbling to try to act like judges when we have a real judge in our presence, but we will do our best. This act is very close to our hearts, especially Teller, who spends a lot of time with all the fraudulent spirit mediums, you know, the early part of the last century that Houdini was battling against. And some of the jokes you made in there were actually very real. For instance, when you said Palladino was speaking English, and she then said to you that she'd learned English in the afterlife, I believe, and you know more about this than I do, but I believe that that was an excuse used to Houdini. Someone claimed to have a message from the afterlife from Houdini's mother to Houdini, and it was written in English, which Houdini's mother did not speak. And when Houdini busted them on that, the spirit medium replied that Houdini's mother had learned English in the afterlife. It's important to know that you could have done this trick in the early part of the 20th century. There's no electronics there at all. So we had to use deduction. I switched those letters just like Palladino did. You had to use deduction to figure out how you might have done that. I also want to say that using the bookmark with our names on it to flatter us, that just worked like magic. We were very, very flattered by that. So we just love you. This stuff is very close to our heart. It's important for the people at home to realize a lot of this stuff was really used to really fool scientists who are not very good at uncovering liars. They're very good at uncovering truth. But we love the act, Judge, and we don't think you fooled us. I hope I slipped a few things in there, but we've been surprised before.
That was a lot of code talk. Did they figure it out?
Oh, they're so on to me.
Well, thank you so much, Judge Gary.